Rastafari eat fish. Some Rastafari deal with ital. You chose raw food liberty. When and why did you start the raw food trot?
Hey, I tell you, now, alright, I first youth about, I first daughter, Isis is 24. See? And I stopped eating cooked food just before and around the time when Isis that born. See? Let me tell you, Rastafari is a tradition. Because, you know, you grow and you read and you learn. So remember, I used to love cooking. So I used to cook fish one time. When I stopped cook fish and everything there, I start cooking in one pot. See? So you know, you dub whatever you cook, and then you put the vegetable on top of it in a one pot and things still. See? You remove all the different whatever. So I used mommy at the time, Ingrid. Ingrid was asked to write an article for the West Indies Medical Journal. See? And I box my eyebrows in them from center that I iron them. Iron and eye can iron. Some you to go Monroe. Would have tried I try live with the trad. Nah eat no I try iron but them not use no pot. But in my eye I still a process the whole thing. Because I know say alright, when you attach heat to things, it can destroy some of the enzymes and the thing, you know, and therefore the way in which you absorb, you don't get as much of it as you could get if it wasn't cooked and things still. But you know you go, you know you look yourself and your brain, you try to process all the thing them. So when I use mommy, when Ingrid wrote the article, Ingrid said, why knife? You know what, you don't have to really eat no cooked food because she got through the science of it and she helped on the food and the enzymes and the makeup. I remember she write the last, and I read the article, she wrote the last thing it says that throwing a seed in a garbage bin is like having an abortion. It never come out of my head. I'm going to start reading more, the nutrients around the seed and under the skin. So what we learned was that the more alive the food is the more life force you get out of the food. So as Rastafari, you know, I say it's life I deal with. And because it's life I deal with now, I want to get as much life out of the food as I can get. I don't want we're not where you kill the animal. So I don't want no leather this, I don't want no. You know what I mean? That's a live. And so it wasn't about the science so much now, it's about the simple principle. So Rastafari is only one law, we average the law of life. See? And so try to get things as live as it can be. When you're consuming it, and you must have more life, you must have longer life. Because they say Rasta say you can't dead. So it's them things over head, you know. So if you deal with life and you're not dead, the only way you can sustain that is by putting the most live things in your physical structure. But then also know some I say, I don't want to kill nothing. I don't want to kill anything. And I do I penetrate economics and then I start up and it's sustainable when I look on. And I say, what is the most sustainable way for I and I live? So the reality is, is even though you not cook food, I'm not cook food, I not live actual like how we usually live with just a trad. Because the actual trad for you, I still don't use no pot, no spoon, no plate, no fork. Because it's bash and thing we use, I'm a calabash thing. But I said to them now, I might take a grater now and a grater coconut. Them tell me I make my grater out of my coconut spoon. And just sharpen the mouth tight and I scrape out the sip them and things still, you know. When I use no soap, no toothpaste because them time they never have no ital soap, no ital toothpaste. So it's just pear fruits I use. So all of my soap, I say, what? Then when I make them soap, I say, oh, it have been citrus in there. I don't need to use them thing then. I can use grapefruit and I can use orange and I can use lemon and I can use lime. Every day I go to the spring and I go to the river. Well, that is still practice in terms of say it's 30 years now we not use nothing out of no water. So every day you have your spring. So certain things are a part of your life, you know. When I use toothpaste, I use beer chew stick. I use a fever grass root. And when you take fever grass root and scrape it off, it's a very minty taste of and things still now. It's decades after now, you find out, say, as the Rastaman say you must use nothing because them having fluoride, them having poisons and things. You see them start make these things. Fluoride free, this free, that free, that free. So all the things that I and I as far as I did a practice is these things we see them now. I see man of all chew stick powder that help us to ourselves. See? I use quaker bush, I use all these bush, I use like pepper elder bush when we are bathe. All those things we use, you know. See? So But in time, I've said the trad is a set is not whereby new things emerge. People have access to. But I think they feel most airy whether I whisk that way as a bird apple. You know, for years, when I had enough practices, because I had enough yoga and I had enough of these things. See, enough breathing techniques. I may sleep in a tree like a mango tree like this. I may sleep in a tree like a mango tree like this. Wake up in the tree that hammock. See, when you wake up in the morning, it's bird and some pussy in the tree by some limb. But you feel a different vibes. And you don't have no fear. So you don't have the mango tree now. And man, I go say, boy, what if I'm going to drop and him mash up himself? But them thing you do is like you're flying. Like a real bird eye, but I tell you. So it's really about, I'm telling you see me tell you about the awakening of self as Rastafari and moving to that state of self-actualization, where you fully accept yourself, is that kind of part of it. I'm find say living the actual live. No part. None of those things when I buy out of no place. Put in a different state of consciousness that prepare you for your liberty. And I tell you, it really help I because a guy can't get to I. I am guest speaker at so many functions and the biggest challenge is always to prepare things. So I can't prepare nothing for you. So it's not a challenge, so you don't have no challenge. But the easiest person to deal with, you don't have to prepare nothing at all. Not even water. It's not that I have something against people, but I know say as someone supposed to actually live because that is what makes I feel the best that I can feel. No, that don't mean say I go tell you that you must do. And because you cook out of your pot, I feel say something wrong with that. No, I have youth and them eat out of pot. I can't impose how I live when I youth them. Well, they might not eat no animal, and it also depends on your mother as well too, because I find the children follow the way them mama live more than them father live. But I'm not going to impose it. And so I have to learn to accept people in their own thing. And personally, I'm a like cooking. Because I tell myself, it's any man who don't plan no food for himself or don't cook for himself is at risk. So I always support the people, no matter where you eat, make sure you do it yourself and know what's going on. Because that guy can only get you if you take things from people. So, in the business where you want to eat, you must know what you're actually eating and how you're actually eating. So even though when a man say, boy, vegetables are always better than animal, which is true. But a vegetable poison can't be better than an animal when having no poison. So see what I tell you, eh? So it's not for generalize. You have to be realistic in how you do things. And sometimes I wait for talk like, oh, true, he's a minor in pet food. Then feel like say he's a more advanced man than people. Virgin that have people insecure, man. So I'm advancing not eating, but I'm not advancing how to deal with people. What the sense that make? You know what I say? So, I'm a big DJ, I'm a DJ beer righteousness. But then I find out say, I'm a man that give beer man gun for go kill people. And try to justify it. Then you don't make no sense. You know, so I say, it's liberty, man. And as I said before, you say, you're busy, I live how you live, you don't have time to criticize other people, you know. You really have no time to criticize other people. And let me tell you though, do you know that the people who don't eat out in a pot are some of the best cookers? Because for prepare uncooked food, the key, just like cooking, is the seasoning. And you also find out, so because you do uncooked food, you use more seasoning than the man who actually cooking. So you say, watch your knife. Oh, the ice it tastes, man. It tastes because I season or because I prepared. If you got prepared and put seasoning in it and you cut them up fine. So it's fine. So the finer you cut, these are all vegetables now really still, no? The finer you cut up those things and the seasoning is the more the flavors them get released. And so it actually have that taste and things still seen. And remember, so even people who say them eat animal, it's not the animal that make them taste or taste, no. It's the seasoning and the animal. No. So therefore, if I make I own what people call curry, like buy the fenugreek and the poppy seed and all those things and put it together. And then I get coconut, like a nice vehicle. I will season the coconut nut itself, see, and dehydrate it and give you. And you like the curry taste nice. And you go say, knife, oh, this tastes like a meat. Actually, you have a meat I written now. But it's the seasoning that actually a taste to remind you of that thing that you eat before. You know what I say? So,
Flow prepared just
to remind you of that thing that you eat before. You know what I say? So, it was also easier for me to man. It's convenient because I don't have no fire. I think I don't get no burn. you know, have no risk of children getting all of those things. So all those reasons start to come in your brain because they start to see the practicality of what you're actually doing. But it also gives you a discipline to fire. Because you look at my vehicle, I always have sitting on my vehicle. Always. So it gives you a practice of always preparing. You know? And then you get an appreciation for your people, man, because when you really see, but you know what I'm not like the original countryman, you know. Because the farmer must be the first man who don't eat no bad food, because when them food are grow, them go in the fields, block them off and I eat them same way. You know, just like a bird. So you start to see your people and things in a very, you love your people more. Let me put it like that. You appreciate things more. The statement that I, you mommy make to me at the time about throwing the single garbage like an abortion becomes even more meaningful to me. Because I know say, you can give me a mango, and the most valuable part of the mango is not the part that I eat, is the seed. Why? Because once I throw this in the dirt, I can get many more mangoes. When I eat the mango, I just get a belly full. Alright, so you know, because you know, say, at the time when we stop using pots, and I use mostly raw / live food, I learned to have enough bingy man, enough ancient would have tried before, seeing? So, you know, so you have profile them, eye shop, iron chalai, iron time. Sometimes some man with more than 20 or 30 years, them man never eat out in a pad for. Seeing? So, maybe you thought them know them and they are probably like 50 years now, them man eat out in a pad for, you know. Yeah. And so when I get to meet all some of them ancient, you know, and start reasoning them man live it was so simple and the explanation was also so simple. But we learned that one of them that show I say, what you know now, if you know in a far right trad, told the man I run down Rastafari, man I try to do them things. You go in the morning, you can't light all no fire, you know. If you light fire, smoke, and a man can identify where you are. One of them actually gave me a story of a virgin who come checking at the hill. And then move and say, what you know, I'm going to step, but don't light any fire. Man say, my roast breadfruit. Because I dream see man make enough breadfruit, man knows them man make the breadfruit them ripe, you know. I make a juice with it. So in my roast a yellow hard breadfruit, because it should be red yellow hard breadfruit. And when I come, it's soldier him see with him on him knee. And I kill one day, in the mountain. You see it? It's like, them don't usually, them not smoke on a herb. Most of them are smoke on a herb. They're going to say a steam herb and thing, and the man say, yeah man, alright, steam herb, but the man really just eat herb most of the time and things still. Well,